Listen. Not her phone. Listen. Shh. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. What's that?
What's that?
Already repeating after me. Why? Because there's a bad dog. There's a bad dog.
Where?
What's that?
Where?
Ask me one more time. Where? I don't know. Because I put it under someone's chair and the chair is moved around. So please look under your chair. There's a bad dog.
There's a dog on the chair.
Under someone's chair. Oh, there he is. Okay. So you have just experienced emotional positioning. Okay? So emotional positioning basically is creating a situation that makes your students feel something. And when they feel something, then they want to tell you about it. And so in the curriculum, I've structured all of the activities in a way that the answers that they can give are very limited to the curriculum, so that you're controlling this randomness, which is natural conversation. Okay? So that was that. Greetings, finished. Next, emotional positioning, finished. Okay, so what is it? Who is it for? So this curriculum, when people look at my book, sometimes they do this. Oh, wow, oh, well, thank you. I think that happens because they assume that this is a textbook, okay? What this is not is a textbook. It has workbook pages in it, but this curriculum is a flashcard-based curriculum, okay? Which it uses a storyline to create a context within which we play the games, we do the songs. All of the activities take place in the magical world. Okay, so that's the really important difference. So if you come to my table, you no longer have to do, oh, it's lovely. So that's, and who is it for? Of course, it is good for if you have lots of different levels with your kindergarten classes, but it is extremely good if you are in a situation where you have to put all of your kindergarten kids in the same class, okay? It is extremely good for that situation. And I'm not trying to brag here, but I have 500 students in Osaka and many schools. So the issues of a teacher who owns their own school or works in a school that has these problems are very real, and they affect your lessons and they affect how you teach. So I took all of those problems that happen when you're forced to put these kindergarten kids together, and I fixed them. And they're all built into this. So if you come to my table and say, okay, how do you fix this? What do you do about this? I will tell you the answers to that and how this solves this. Okay? But I don't want to talk about it now because it's not as cool as what I'm going to do. So let me back up here. So this will just show you one quick scene called the super scene.
Watch out?
Yes!
Why? Sit down. Wait a minute. Whoa. There's a spider?
Yes!
Where? Okay, sit down. Under the bed? Check. Now, I know. So that's very good. Let's all say, look. Hey, look. Okay.
So you get the idea. So these kids have been studying for 6 months in my school, and so even though they've been studying for a relatively short period of time, they're all speaking with lots of confidence and emotion, which I love to do, because I'm very emotional. So the first step is to read the story to establish the context, okay? I'm going to read the second story in the series. Okay, now, it may seem to you like, oh, that's too difficult, but I want you to focus on the vocabulary that I'm accentuating as I'm reading the story. So this is the language shower, and I'm just punching the vocabulary so they can hear words that they know, okay? So, Jimmy's mommy is cooking breakfast. Jimmy's daddy is drinking tea. Time for breakfast, said Jimmy's mommy. Look at the table. It looks yummy. Jimmy's shout scared his mom and dad. They ran to his room. Don't shout, that's bad. You notice in the story, they said to me, don't shout, don't shout. That comes from the story. But mommy, I'm scared. There's a spider in my hair. There is no spider, not here or anywhere. Go to the kitchen. We will check your bed. There is no spider on your pillow or your head. Jimmy goes to the kitchen. What does he see? There is a horse eating eggs and a pig drinking tea. Hurry, Mom and Dad, go over there. There's a big pig sitting in your chair. And so they go to the kitchen here, and then all of the animals are hiding. They're all hiding, so the parents now think that Jimmy had ate their breakfast, and that he's not telling the truth. So Daddy is quite angry. He says, "You drank my tea. You ate my rice. You drank my milk. That's not very nice." And Jimmy's like, "No. It was a cow, a horse, and a chicken." Okay, so that sets the context for the scene. We are in the kitchen. We have some farm animals, and then we have some food. Okay, so that's the story. And the kids, they have a CD that they listen to at home. So they listen to the story once a day, or as much as the parents want to have them listen to it. Okay, so then we start with the easier stuff. So we go over the vocabulary, okay? Where's my dog? Is he here? Did I put my bad dog somewhere? Oh, thank you. Bad dog. Okay, so let's go. So let's all say, pig.
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 Bad dog.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
Cow.
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 Rabbit.
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 Cat.
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 Sheep.
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 Chicken.
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 Horse.
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 Hamster.
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 Mouse.
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 Good dog.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Okay, guys. Let's all say, it's a pig.
It's a pig.
It's a pig.
It's a pig.
It's a bad dog.
It's a bad dog.
Good. It's a cow.
It's a cow.
It's a very good. Give me 5. So, you see what I did? I pretended that I forgot or that I didn't remember, and suddenly people are starting to shout automatically. That's what we do. So in the class, you want to try to start with teacher-controlled type activities and lead into very passive things that the kids can do. So what's this?
It's a cat.
Good. What's this?
It's a chicken.
What's this?
It's a chicken.
What's this?
It's a horse.
What's this?
It's a hamster.
What's this?
It's It's a mouse.
Let's do a quiz. What's this? It's a pig. Yes, here you are. You're welcome. What's this?
It's a
It's a bad dog. Here you are. Oh, well, he's not. What's this?
It's a cow.
Very good. Here you are. I lick your legs. She's like, it's a cow. It's a cow. And what's this?
It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. Here you are. You're welcome. And sorry, I forgot to do one thing. What's this?
It's a
That's
cat.
good. So you want to make it more real. So I would do, when we're doing this activity, I would say, yes, it's a cat, good, and meow, meow, catch a cat, meow. Oh, nice, catch, good. What's this?
It's a sheep.
It's a sheep, that's right. Meh, meh, meh. Good job. Okay, so let's imagine all of the cards have been given out, one card per student, okay? So now we're gonna play a little game, okay? Jimmy has to catch the animals, okay? I'm Jimmy, okay? Come here, rabbit. Come here, rabbit. She's like, darling, come here, rabbit. Come here, rabbit. Thank you. You're welcome. Very good. Come here, cat. Come here, cat. Hello, cat. Okay, good. Okay, so what I'm doing now, this is teacher control. Okay, I'm doing the direction. Now, if you put all your children, kindergarten children together in a class, sometimes you're going to have kids with higher abilities than others. And sometimes they get a little bored because they're like, yeah, I know this, I got this. So, most of the activities that I've made have the element that you can switch them into student center. Okay? So, who wants to go first? I do. See? Okay. Yes, please come here. Okay, great. Here, please come here. Here you are. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello.
Okay, so you're gonna say, come here, and let's show our cards, okay?
Come here, bad dog.
Bad dog. Very good acting. We need a
Thank you.
great.
Come here, a cow.
Come
Here, cow. Come here, cow. Moo.
Thank you. Milk, please.
Come here, pig. Thank you. Here you are. Come here, sheep.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so now we've been doing some kind of easier activities. Okay, let's do some TPR. Let's all stand up. TPR is, as you guys probably know, total physical response, okay? Oftentimes, total physical response can be total random commands, right? So we're like, jump, run, touch your nose, touch your shoulders, put on your shoes. So I've designed, you guys are, anyways, so I've designed the TPR to follow the narrative of the storyline, okay? So let's try this one. Everyone, let's go to the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Look inside.
Look inside.
Animals! Say, go away.
Go away.
Eat rice.
Eat rice.
Eat some rice.
Eat some rice.
Eat some toast.
Eat some toast.
Eat some eggs.
Eat some eggs.
Drink.
Drink.
Drink some tea.
Drink some tea.
English tea.
English tea.
Drink some milk.
Drink some milk.
Drink some juice.
Drink some juice.
Great. Okay, so now let's do it one more time and let's see how easy it is to remember, okay? First, let's go to the kitchen. Wow! Very good, Kimmy. Wonderful. You guys are very good memory. So right away I'm praising. This is extremely important to let them know you've hit the goal. The goal is to remember because Sensei is too old and can't remember. Okay? Let's go to the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen. Open the door. Open the door.
Say,
Go away. Eat some.
strong.
Toast.
Eat some toast.
Did you see that? She's like, eat some toast. See, it works on adults too. So let's eat some toast.
Eat some toast.
Eat some eggs.
I know. You see, it's so much easier to remember than random actions, okay? So now, what you can do is, once you go through that, the TPR a few times, you can start to add in some level up stuff, okay? So now, we are gonna add a little bit of a level up, which stays in the imaginary world. Okay, let's go to the kitchen.
Let's go to the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Look.
Look inside.
What do you see? What do you see? Oh, I see a mouse. I see a mouse. You guys are so good at repeating. Stop it! You're like repeating addicts. Yes, I love to use tools to represent grammar, okay? If you have a tool, if I'm speaking some strange language, so it's difficult, but if I'm doing this, we know I'm looking at something and I'm seeing something, right? So now I want to review colors too, but I don't want to step out and let's review colors. I want to do it while we're on the fly. So let's review some colors, okay? Let's all say, it's pink.
It's pink.
Good. What color is this?
It's pink.
What color is this?
It's blue.
What color is this?
It's yellow.
So now, you guys are repeating very well, but the danger of that is that you're going to create a habit. All I have to do is just keep going like this, bang, 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 like a robot. Scott Sensei is going to be happy. So you want to keep breaking that expectation and making it so that they have to actually think and react. Okay, so let's watch that one more time. So, what color is this?
It's pink.
What color is this?
It's blue.
Is this blue?
No, it's not.
Is this red?
No, it's not.
What color is it?
It's orange.
Very good. Okay, so which one? Sorry, no. What color do you want?
What color do you want?
Okay, what color do you want?
I want blue.
Okay, here you are. Don't touch it. What color do you want? Okay, here you are.
Thank you.
Very good. So, see, I'm sensing she's a little nervous, so I'm going to give her some praise. Even though she didn't say, she was incredible, amazing, I want something, and then she was a little nervous, so I'll give her praise. She doesn't need praise, because she's already like just... Yeah. What color do you want? Yellow, okay. Here you are. You're welcome. What color do you want?
I want white.
White. I'm sorry, I don't have white. I don't have white. Using the opportunity to use language that's very common with this age group. I have, I don't have. Okay, I don't have white.
I want pink.
Pink, oh, that is very good of you. Here you are. Well, he's a big tough guy. It's not easy to choose pink, right? So let's imagine all students get a telescope, actually, in class, okay? So that means, okay, what do you see? What do you see? I see a cat.
I see a good dog.
Oh, very good. What do you see?
I see a rabbit.
Excellent.
I see a cow.
Great.
I see a mouse.
Wonderful. Okay, so the problem with what I just did, I went in order. Ping, 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 ping. This will make everyone be quiet because then they know, oh, I just have to wait for my order. So what I would normally do is jump around. Okay, so I'd go from here to there, back again, to create randomness. And what that does, it makes kids start shouting all at once, and then they want you to hear them, so they'll keep saying the same thing again and again until you hear them. So they'll be like, I see a cat, I see a cat, I see a cat. So, you know, repeating. So this is very good at getting the language up. Thank you very much, let's go please. Thank you very much. I was expecting a little smart comment from you there. I don't want to give it to you. Okay, nice. So let's
Sit down.
sit down. Okay, so we've just done the TPR. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so ironic. So we've just done the TPR. We're in the kitchen, okay, and we've just done the eat, and drink. Okay, everyone, let's drink! Yay! Oh, wait a minute. No cup. I don't have a cup. Check my bag. I will. For my wallet. So, do you see a cup? Where's cup? Cup. Oh, what's that? There? 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 Oh, there.
It's on the
Wow. Oh, very good. It's on the whiteboard. Okay. Oh, wow, we have a cup. Yay. Okay, so we want to do crafts because we know fine motor skills. It's great for fine motor skills, but you do a craft and it takes like 18, 20 minutes and the kids are quiet and just so we want to do a craft because they're great, but we want to do it fast and we want to have language used at every point. So here's a little sample of a craft. I'm also including some review of what's your name, my name is, okay? So we need a cup. Okay, look. Cup. Do you want a cup?
Yes.
Let's all say, yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Gemma.
Gemma. How do you spell Gemma?
G-E-M-M-A.
Good, G-E-M-M-A. Now, normally, you're going to get some kids who can say, my name is there, and they can spell their own name, and some can't. If they can't, that's okay. I will just spell it for them with saying the letters as I write. So, okay, great. And what's your name?
My name is Melanie.
Melanie. Okay. How do you spell that? All together. Ready? M-E. Okay, let's assume that you don't know how to spell her name here. Okay. So E. L. A. N. Y. Hi, okay, you do know how to spell her name. So, okay, sorry Melanie, it's spelled wrong. Here you are. Okay, so now, I want you guys, you all have one cup here. Okay, look. Please, stand up, come here, touch your cup, and say, this is my cup. This is my cup. Okay? Ready, go.
This is my cup.
Really? What's your name?
My name is Melanie.
Oh, Melanie, here you are.
Thank you.
And why are you sitting?
This is my
Really? What's your name?
My name is Gemma.
Gemma, yes, this is your cup.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you see what I'm doing there? This is my cup. Then my name is. So we're using my in different ways to get them flexible with the languages. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Okay, but your cups are white. Your cups are. You can have a white cup now. Okay, so we're gonna do some coloring. Everybody, what color is this?
Purple. It's
It's purple. What color is this?
It's blue.
Controversial. What color is this?
It's orange.
Very nice. Okay. So now, what color do you want? What color do you want?
I want orange.
Okay, here you are. Please color very
Thank
fast.
you.
What color do you want?
I want purple.
Purple. Okay, here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good. Very good. There you guys. Teacher's pets here. Okay. Wonderful.
Here you are.
Great. Okay. So now we're still in kind of doing some review while in this situation. My cup is purple. My cup is purple. How about you?
My cup is orange.
Wow. How about you?
My cup is also purple.
Purple. Wow. Same. Wow. Yay. Okay. Great. So now let's do this. Ding. It's a cup. Okay. So everyone, you have a cup too. So let's all say, juice, please.
Juice, please.
Okay. Here you are. Whoop, 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 whoop. Little tiny drops. Whoop. Hmm?
More, please.
One more time.
More.
Wow, she said more, please. Here you are.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay, fine. You don't want more, that's fine. Okay, so, Mom, let's imagine that they're good students and they say, more, please, more, please. Here you are, yay. Oh, no more juice. Ask me. Are you thirsty?
Are you thirsty?
Let's do a gesture. Are you thirsty?
Are you thirsty?
Yes, I'm thirsty. Juice, please.
Here you are.
Thank you. Wonderful.
welcome.
Great. Okay, so cups, please.
Here you are.
Thank you very much. Moving right along. Oh, you can have these as presents, right? Oh, put them under your chair. Under your chair. We don't want to play during the lesson. So, we talked about emotional. How am I doing? 15. So, we talked about emotional positioning, okay? This is having the children feel something and then getting them to say what they're feeling by giving them that language, okay? So, I've identified 4 types of this emotional positioning. The first one is expressions, okay? So, you'll see here, look, we've got some sight words here. So a lot of the expressions that we're going to be using are very high frequency words. Question, how often should you use high frequency words? Frequently! Right? So, a lot of times people stay away from teaching high frequency words because they're sight words and they're kind of like how the kids, they can't read it. So, but if we include it into this storyline, then kids get used to them so that when we do start reading them and recognizing them, then the kids, they have a very strong emotional connection to those words, okay? So we have our go, away, and come here. Let's do it. Do, 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 do.
Go away. Go away.
Go.
Okay. Bad job.
Good dog.
Naughty dog. Good. All right. So now, oh, we have our bad dog. Here he comes.
From here.
I see. I'll give him your phone number. Oh, now let's all say go. Oh, wait a minute. A rabbit. Okay. Don't. Let's give him some food like this. Okay. Great, so these are expressions, okay? There's quite a few of those built in. Emotional positioning, expressions. Ding. And so, emotional positioning, receiving, okay? So, receiving, if you have children and you've walked downtown and you suddenly look down at your child and they've got like a handful of free flyers and garbage, basically. And they've collected it along the way. And then we're like, come on, we're going to throw that out. No, it's mine. So they love to receive things, okay? But in our classes, we can't keep preparing all these like plastic toys and plastic stuff. So just use your imagination, okay? So everybody, let's all say, hungry.
Hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Okay, have some rice. Have some rice. Here you are.
Thank you.
Here you are. Let's all say, rice please.
Rice, please.
Here you are. Here you are. Here you are. No, thank you. These guys are like. So, everybody, here you are. Oh no! Look. No more rice. Okay, that leads to the next one. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Reacting. Okay, a lot of the times when we're doing our lessons, we do like question, answer. How old are you? What's your name? Do you like spaghetti? How's the weather today? And we get this interaction going, which is fantastic, okay? But how can you make a spontaneous reaction happen? Okay? And this is how we do it. So, are you hungry? Very good. One more time.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry.
Do you want some?
That's good. I just say, what, you want some rice? So, good. And so I forgot something. Normally what I would do, I gave you all rice, so technically you can have rice. So then you would say like, have some rice.
Have some rice.
Thank you.
Have some rice.
Thank you.
Have some rice.
Thank you. Okay, that's right. Oh wow, that's very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that's receiving, emotional positioning, receiving. And then we have, reacting. Thank you. And then we have our questions. In the beginning, we did our questions. Everyone asked me, how are you?
How are you?
I'm scared.
Why?
Because there's a bad dog. Now you already know. Whatever. You get the point. So it's creating the opportunity and the control to have them ask you questions spontaneously, okay? And then, so prepositions can be very interesting. Yes, that's right. So, so basically, to get away from just where's the ball, it's on the table, where's the ball, it's under the table, why are we talking about this ball? So we're going to add some emotional interest into this thing. Okay, so we're in the kitchen, we're staying with the story, we got the bad dog, we got the pig. So, guys, look! Look! Oh no! There's a bad dog under the table! Wow, you guys are fantastic. Oh no! There's a pig under the chair! Oh, Jimmy! I'm hungry. Should I go to the bedroom?
No.
Where?
Go to the kitchen.
Thank you. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's all say, watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out?
Yes.
Let's all say yes.
Yes.
Watch out?
Yes.
Why?
There's a
Wonderful. Great. So you guys are fantastic superstar students. Let's imagine your level is a bit lower, okay? Wait. Sorry, why? Bad dog. Bad dog. Whoa. Wait. There's a bad dog?
Yes.
Yes. There's a bad dog?
Yes.
Where? Table. Under the table?
Yes.
Okay, let's tell Jimmy. Under the table. Under the table?
Yes.
So what I'm doing there is I'm doing the language shower. Okay, so I'm using the language that I want my students to use, and I'm not making you say it, because that makes them do that listen and repeat. Hello, how are you? 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 Stop it! Okay? So this is breaking that. Making you, having you guys answer, sorry about that. So having you guys answer, yes. That breaks that habit of like saying everything that I say. Under the table?
Yes.
Under the table?
Yes.
Okay, let's look. Bum. Ah! I'm scared. Help me.
Go away.
Bum. Good. And then we do that one more time. Because repeating is very important. We want to repeat, but we don't want to just keep repeating the same thing, because kids will be like, why are we doing this again? Oh my God. So having a different object and a different animal with the same procedure is repeating, but they don't feel like they're repeating, okay? So moving right along. So that's called a super scene right there. It was super, wasn't it? Okay, so now, whoop. And I don't have time to do this song. Hope you don't mind not dancing like a child. And so homework, we have, these pages are the pages that we give the kids for homework. And so you'll see that their critical thinking skills are built into them, as well as just sort of standard stuff that kids do for kindergarten. But the key is that these can be done by a child at home without language, okay? So their parents are not going to be like, oh my gosh, you're making me do this, blah, blah, blah. But you also have to address the parents who do want to do that, okay? So we have mother's homework that you can download in Japanese, and there are Japanese explanations of what language you could use when doing this at home with your child, okay? So you can download, it's perfect for monster moms. Who has problems with monster moms? Well, tell me how you don't. I don't know how you do this. But yeah, so you can take a look at these. These are just the activities that we can do. So is this blue?
No.
Is this green?
No.
What color is it?
It's red.
What color is this?
It's green.
What color is this?
It's red.
What color is this?
It's green.
What color is this?
It's white.
Good. So some people said white, which is sometimes the kids do say that because they don't get into pattern. If you have that problem, use rhythm. Let's go. Ready? Red, green, red, green,
red.
Ah! And then the kids realize, oh, it's a pattern. Nice. Okay. So that's the homework. Ding. So the lesson plans. Let's take a quick look at one of the lesson plans from this year. We have we're upgrading the lesson plans so that they're digital. Oh, personal stuff. So they're okay, so they're digital, and so you can have them on your device at your school, and of course they explain all of these things that I showed you today. But if you're wondering, like, okay, how can I get it, Scotty, I've read it, I kind of understand, but I'm just not seeing it. If that's the case, then you just click, are you seeing it? Okay, good. So you click on one of these links, ding, and it'll show you a video of that activity being done in a live classroom. And of course, when you go to show this to your friends, it won't work. That's usually. Anyways, I think my Wi-Fi is off, but that's why. Oh, okay. Why? So no bad joke. So here we go. So yeah, so we click on the link, and It takes you to the, and then you can watch that activity being done. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So that, you know, if you just have trouble, if you're a visual learner as well, that's very helpful. Okay? So then, 5 minutes. Okay. So, and then here, if you're a last minute kind of person, you can and you forgot to print out the flashcards or something, then you can just click on the personal stuff. Then you can click on the link. It says materials there. Okay, so you can actually get to the flashcards right from within the lesson plan, download them onto your device, and then print them directly from your Wi-Fi printer. Okay, so that's a new feature. And finally, if you're not confident in starting a new system, we have online training videos that you can. Some of the videos, they show the game or they show the activity, but sometimes you're like, how did he get to there? Like, wow, like how did that all happen? So then we have the online training videos that show those little steps that you need to do to get to that point. So there's lots of online training, and you can always just email me, and I love emailing. I think there's some of my users here, they know, they get big, 5 out of 5, yes! Okay, so so then some people, after the presentation, they're like, oh, you know, that was wonderful, but I cannot do that. That's you do your little crazy dance thing, and I can't do that. So I just wanted to show you, here's a video of this handsome gentleman, who also, he actually paid me to say that part. But so here's a video of him doing the same thing that I did.
So he's going to bed, okay? Again, okay? Watch out! There's a spider. Oh, there's a spider. There's a spider. Where? Where's the spider? Oh, okay. Under the pillow. All right, I'll check it out. Okay.
Now you understand. Maybe now you understand why I put "don't shout" into the curriculum right away. Because they just start screaming. Now, here is
very good, guys. So, what's this?
Rice.
Let's say it's rice.
It's rice.
What's this?
It's juice.
What's this?
It's tea.
What's this?
It's milk.
so that using your body like that with rhythm helps them to hear the different patterns and feel the different grammar patterns.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Wow, thank you. Wow, thank you. Wow, thank you. What's this? Toast, thank you. Okay, so let's all say. Okay, here you are. Let's all say, more please. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Here you
I made a
are.
mistake there.
Okay. Toast please. Okay, here you are. Here you are. Here you are. Here you are.
See how much they want it, even though it's just air?
Oh, sorry. No more. Okay, so everyone, just a moment.
Alright. Good stuff. Anyway, so that's all the time that I have for today. Thank you very much. you have any questions, sorry, wait.